Pashas Ekev, page Tezayin Amud Gimel in Sefer Dvarim. Ulovin Shirishtam Kishu v'Chibur v'Shaychus Bris v'Teir lebrikas hamazon. To understand the connection between bris milah, learning Torah, and benching. What is the connection between the three things? We're saying in benching, Val brischa shechasamta b'sareinu, and the bris that you put in our bodies, Val tirascha shelimaditanu, and the Torah that you taught us. And so much so that in this bracha that we're finishing off, Al Haaretz V'Al Hamazon, which says that Kol Shalei Amar Bris V'Teira, if a person not mention the concept of bris and the concept of Teira in the benching in this bracha, he did not say the bracha properly. We have to understand an even greater question than that. Why is the benching Al Haaretz V'Al Hamazon applicable today? It seems to be that there's close to 2,000 years the Yidden were exiled from the land, and therefore, why is in time of Golus, when most Yidden are not in Eretz Yisrael, and most of Golus, almost no Yidden were in Eretz Yisrael, why do you have to make the bracha Al Haaretz V'Al Hamazon? It seems to be the Yidden are not in Eretz Yisrael, they don't have any more the obligation to make a bracha to thank the Eibusher Al Haaretz, because they're not in the land. It says, Uberachta Al Haaretz, you should say a bracha, and you should thank the Eibusher in the land. And the explanation is as follows, that the Haaretz was given to Avram in the merit of the Bris Milah. As it says, V'nasati lecha lazarcha acharecha esetz migrecha. I'll give you all Eretz Yisrael in return for the fact that they didn't going to have bris. And this is Vatayz brisi tishmer. You should keep this bris. Ata uzarecha acharecha l'direisa. You should keep it forever. And in return, the Eibusher says that I'm going to give you Eretz Yisrael achuz ha'selam. I'm going to give Eretz Yisrael inheritance forever. But we have to understand what is the connection between the two. First of all, what's the connection between having a bris and having Eretz Yisrael? And in addition to that, the Yidden are trustfully and they doing bris through all the generation, and they're not even in Eretz Yisrael. Through thousands of years, the Yidden have been in Golus and they've done bris. And they learned, and then they've somebody else. And where's the promise that the Eibusher says, L'chol ezacha acharecha lachuz ha'selam, I'll give it to you for inheritance forever? It seems to be the connection between the two. And nevertheless, the Yidden keeping their part of the deal, so all the time after they were exiled from Eretz Yisrael, they still continue having a bris, but for all the time, they didn't have Eretz Yisrael. And the explanation is as follows, that the promise of the Eibusher Lazaracha, Acharecha Lachuz HaSelam, I'll give it to you for your children forever, in spiritual sense, was fulfilled. The concept of Eretz Knan Elyono, Eretz Yisrael, in the spiritual sense, that was fulfilled. And therefore, Milah applicable also in time when the Yidden are not in Eretz Yisrael. And therefore also the bracha of the Haaretz, Al Haaretz V'Al Hamazon, is also in this time as the Reisa. And what is the concept of Eretz Yisrael in the spiritual sense? So the concept is Knan comes from two words. One is the concept of Achna, which means nullification, that we are nullified to the Eibusher. And another level of Knan is the concept of businessmen. As the Pasuk says, Asher Seichareha Sarim, Knanei Nichbadei Aretz. So then that Pasuk is talking about businessmen, he calls them Knani. And the same thing, as it says in Yeshua, Knan biyadam mizni mirma, that they have a situation of a merchant. So Knan is a concept of a businessman. We're going to explain exactly what is the businessman in the spiritual sense.